Robin, I wanted to hone in on that craft question right away, right? So there's a phrase you used in the prep that really stuck with me. Craft matters in fintech. Most people would say, well, speed matters or distribution or unit economics, but you're saying something entirely different. What do you mean by craft, and why does that give you an edge at Adyen, Niem, Lithic, and other companies you've been at?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not like those other things don't matter because obviously you need to sell your product. So I don't want to discount them completely. But I think what I found, and this is something that I've found since the days that I was at Adyen, is that actually caring
Mm-hmm.
about what you're building and putting energy into doing it the right way really delivers a product that is unmatched in the market. And I think what I've learned is that those detail, like it's easy to say infrastructure in the end just feels like tools. And because they're tools and they're pipes, you just say, okay, well, I just need to move water from this side to the other side of the pipe. So how hard should I even work to make that pipe beautiful and strong? And how much effort should I put into it? Because nobody really cares. In the end, it feels like a commodity. And I think like if you take my days when I was at Adyen, this is like the days when Adyen, Stripe, others were just starting. If you were to ask banks, is there a market in acquiring? This is when Square was also getting started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and people would say, no, there's nothing there. Like, there's no money in it. Like, what are you doing trying to go after this commodity? But I think what, at least at that time, what the three of us did, right, between Adyen, Square, and Stripe,
Mm-hmm.
we proved that like it matters. Like, if you put effort into your craft, if you care about what you're doing, you can actually deliver something that's pretty magical. And I think for like, I'll give like concrete example with Adyen.
Mm-hmm.
Like at Adyen, we were just focused on making sure that payments went through, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we were in the business of payments acceptance and nothing else. And what we wanted to do was make it so perfect that no one could ever say that we weren't the best possible platform out there for payment acceptance. And this is one of the reasons why now as a public company, it is such a fundamentals driven business because if you want to move to modern infrastructure, it is one of the few places that you can go. And now here I am at Lithic. One of the reasons I joined here is that we had a very similar philosophy. You build things in the right way. And when you do, and you kind of mentioned it in the intro, but like it's one thing it's a strange thing for customers to say, but I hear it constantly, which
Mm-hmm.
is I don't like my existing vendor, but you are the one processor that I've never heard anyone complain about. And
Mm.
what does that mean? That means that we're thinking about the finer details in something that others might just think, well, it's a commodity. Let's just try to make as much money as we possibly can. And the fault or the failure there is that maybe you'll make a little bit of money in the short term, but to build a lasting business and to build something that has the effect that I literally had the exact same comments made when I was at Adyen, and now I'm hearing them here at Lithic.
Mm-hmm.
To hear those comments on what most people consider a commodity, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. So what does that look like in practice, Robin? Is that like a team culture you build? Is it the kind of people you hire? Is it process? Is it, just being adamant about reaching a higher bar? What is it? How do you manage that? How do you
I think
lead?
to be honest, I think it is all about culture. I think it comes from the top, right? I think that we had that leadership at Adyen, we have that here. I'll tell you at Lithic, right? Like, both of our founders come from an engineering background.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do the right thing and do cool stuff, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
not, when they built the issuing platform, you kind of alluded to it before, but we have a consumer brand called Privacy, and that's been running for last 10, 12 years. And they ran into a problem. The existing providers that we were using weren't working, and they said, "Oh, let's just build something really cool and let's make sure that it works really well," right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but you have to have that culture from the top that's saying, "Let's build something really cool and let's build something that works because that's what matters," right? I think that that's where, like, if you don't get that from a culture perspective, right, then inherently, like, from the top, it's going to be like more sales driven, or it's going to be more like, how do we, what is the, not to say that we don't need to think about the market, but instead of thinking about how we build a great product, it's about how we think about the market.